to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. And the Razorbacks will put it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Red Raiders offense will get the ball first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage. And they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Bears the pressure. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Stone. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, he's got some and runs through another guy. The tag. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
To throw on first down. And down he goes back at the 3.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to...
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not fit.
Turning it on. Still on his feet. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off. I don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Taking it the other way.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Makes the grab. It's Milner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this... They got it! It's blocked! That's a live ball. Defense has it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the right side. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Makes the catch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. He's got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw again. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Holstein. Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on second and long from the 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down mark. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own. He lets it fly. Threads it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's got an open man. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick completion on the out. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Rides to back and leaps. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Barnett. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Snags it down the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. 4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble. I mean, who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man on the right. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it.
Brings into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He wants it all. Into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Lets it fly. Finds space on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Stone. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He was on his way, he could smell it. He gets it inside the 10, they stop him at the 9. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead. Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off.
Looking for a huge play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to get it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half.
Looking for a deep man. Reels it in down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. To the air. It's Holstein. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, they're after him. Catch inside the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Back to throw. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Tripped up for the tackle. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
That's a bad job in pass protection. I almost give the quarterback some credit because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for a safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? Second of the game. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score there. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Barnett. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. With the catch, it's Stone. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Buying some time. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They'll run it from the gun. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to do some business.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Holstein. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Fires to the middle. Finds him out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back in.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Holstein. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy control.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last, turning it on. He's in open space downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. And the Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quickly to the tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st.
Timeout, Arkansas.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Under fire. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. He's got it on the outside. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes a grab right down the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Stone. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Braswell.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a lot.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls it and fires to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.